to battle. Let us end this.
Shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Donos imaragith, wanarakora chi drunka sa inchobin sasha. Dosimana rachata, naranamosimo nasarans, crema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu kosoracha. Naranamosimo nasarans, crema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu kosoracha. Donos imaragith, wanarakora chi drunka sa inchobin sasha. Dawa Josimu Poinda Rakawa Ichi Rendumu Mopa Donos Imaragith Wanarakora Chi Drunka Sa Bomababe want to susi Mukarata to Esrectona Taranamosimu and Asarans Moka Kamaran and Dosoran with no chabi to Rantamana Sobu.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
A weakness. You are no match. Stop. That is not the skeletal remnant of a war long past. That is a recent kill. It appears that Duxon isn't as abandoned as we would be led to believe. A few days, a standard week at most. The jungle has not left its mark on his armor yet. You probably have more questions, but let us press forward. You may find the answers you seek.
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded. I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here? We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after Exar Kun's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here? We expected as much. Few visit Duxon by choice. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
This may prove of use to us. Let us hear his words and see if they hold any value.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians. Scattered, perhaps. But we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding. This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex, we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last. Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge. Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret. Mandalorians have the sole purpose. So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth. It's Mandalorian business, not yours. I could, but I don't know you. Once I get to know you, I might tell you more. But not now. Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of. There is one thing. Before your ship landed, we were preparing some demolition work. All the activity forced my men to stop before they finished. The charges need to be detonated before anybody comes across them, so all you'd have to do is flip the switch. We were trying to uncover the entrance to a hidden cache of old Mandalorian equipment. The explosives should be easy to find. Just get to it before the Canucks do. The last months before Duxon fell, the old Mandalore knew that Revan and the Republic were gaining the upper hand. He ordered our best engineers to hide caches of weapons and munitions throughout the moon, safely away from the enemy's hands. Don't you think they tried? It's real easy to hide things in a jungle. Even when they found some of our caches, our engineers left them some presents. They're not much more than a couple of plasteel cylinders. Before you get any bright ideas, if you uncover cache B-13, leave it alone. Even if you survive the traps, it would require military-grade explosives to open without the proper access codes. What's inside belongs to the Mandalorians. Canucks are nothing more than pests, but they have a real talent for screwing up plans. Just get to those explosives in the next day or so, and you'll be fine. I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
Yes?
Your ship's pilot and gunner are both skilled. You destroyed many Onderon fighter craft in the recent space battle.
So, the Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real warriors. Your Jedi ways won't help you here. Today, I have been given the honor of commanding the battle circle. I decide who fights who, and make sure all the rules are followed. The battle circle is only a small part of our training regimen. A full Mandalorian warrior is a master of many fighting techniques, and here, all of them are tested. If you were to compete, you would have to do so on our terms. That is the way of the battle circle. Those with great honor decide the terms of engagement. Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match for even the lowliest of Mandalorian warriors? If you want to try and fight us on our terms, that can be arranged. Two rules never change. Once you enter the circle, you leave the circle only if your opponent is defeated. The second is never kill anyone in the circle. The other rules are decided for each individual fight. The challenger must abide by the terms the warrior they challenge set. Since you are new, the terms aren't yours to make. Break any rule, and the battle is over, and you are dishonored. We are not merchants here. We are Mandalorians. The only thing gained and lost is honor, and perhaps some skill, if you have the wit to appreciate it. Be careful when you ridicule a Mandalorian. If Mandalore hadn't ordered us to... Is there anything else you want to talk about? You are new here, so you will fight Davro. He is young, and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davro, what are your terms?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot. A true test of strength.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle and pull any death blow. No one dies in the battle circle. So put away your weapon and step into the battle circle. Now, you will experience a true fight. The match between Jedi and Davril is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davril is just a recruit. I'm not surprised you won this fight. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is sufficient to accept his request. Let me know if you would fight again.
I have lost. But this was no true contest. Jedi are skilled warriors, and I am young. I will train very hard to match you in combat next time. But there are others already here who are more than your equal. Braylor is one of the mightiest among us. He could teach you humility. I have lost, but there are others...
Here to watch a fight or to participate? After defeating Davril, you have gained some small honor. There is a challenger for you. He is Kex, the quartermaster. Since he is the challenger, you get to choose the terms. For Mandalore! As quartermaster, he has little opportunity for any glory in training. He isn't as skilled as Davril. The battle circle is for training. It is best to choose something that will test both of your limits. In this case, swords would be a good choice. It is something neither one of you are completely familiar with, but the choice is ultimately yours to make. I will send a runner to Kex. Prepare yourself for your fight, Jedi. The match between Kex and Jedi is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you want to fight again, let me know. This is our battle circle. You should leave us. This place is for Mandalorians alone. Even if the Sergeant lets you fight with us, you will never truly be one of us.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest Mandalore to judge and predict. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle. You talk with the Sergeant. Today is his day to preside over the circle. Each fight is different because the Mandalorian with greater honor dictates the terms of the engagement. But there will be no terms if we fight. Everyone else will deny you your lightsaber and the use of your force. But I want to fight you with all your skill. Victory isn't important in the battle circle. What is important is discovering more about yourself and your opponent. No, it is up to the Sergeant. The battle circle was not designed to settle petty vendettas and rivalries. Its primary purpose has always been teaching. Learning from books or holovids is useless when battle rages and soldiers are dying around you. Real knowledge can only be gained through combat. Perhaps we can learn from one another in time. This is not a battlefield, Jedi. If it were, I trust you wouldn't have the same opinion. I prepare and train, readying my mind and weaponry for a real challenge. Peace is not our natural element. Mandalorians handle it differently. I focus on educating myself in the martial techniques I will need to succeed in the next war.
Here to watch a fight or... You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin, what are your terms? Just fist and foot like you fight with Davril. Nothing else. Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand. Remember, no weapons allowed, and absolutely no use of your force. The match between Jedi and Tagrin is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have fought well today. The only Mandalorians left for you to fight are our champions. No one can fight a champion until they have proven themselves worthy. And it must be real proof. The kind you gain fighting foes to the death. And a champion must observe and deem your actions worthy. There are two champions in the camp, Braylor and Kelborn. Until you prove yourself in their eyes, the battle circle is closed to you. You have prowess in battle, this cannot be denied. But your Jedi teachings prevent you from having a true warrior spirit. Jedi couldn't have beaten us in the Mandalorian Wars. It took a fallen Jedi to gain that honor.
So the Jedi Order isn't I have studied. I could only do that if I observed you fight an enemy in real combat. I have seen your matches so far, and I do not doubt your worthiness to face me. But the rules cannot be changed. The other champion, Kelborn, is in the jungle on a mission. Perhaps your paths will cross, and you'll have your opportunity there.
You have fought and defeated worthy foes in the battle circle.
The Mandalorians will rise again. So, you're the Jedi the camp's been talking about. Are you planning on exploring the jungles to the south? I'm Zarga. I instruct our raw Mandalorian recruits in the ways of discipline and battle. I sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival pack. If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. If you find his body, just bring it back. Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. Field strip the corpse and bring the gear back. Mandalore, gather the Sith clan. We will triumph. All right, stand back. Let's see if that Sith's blood. Fixing anything in this rot-infested place is an uphill battle. This jungle attacks anything made by man. Restoring the generators and computer systems is no easy task. I'll take whatever help I can get. Whatever wires and tech haven't been corroded by the jungle are at least 10 years old. I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle's sensors can't cover the whole moon. Seems just about everything involved with the relay dish is broken. I've been trying to fix it for weeks and still no success. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there, and the relay maintenance structure's behind me. You can find the telemetry computer in there. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pulse converter for the tracking computer. We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming Canox ate it. Just gut every Canoc you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can find in those little beasts. We checked the cache manifests, and that's the only one that was in storage. It's probably the only working converter on this moon. They're vermin, and no challenge for a Mandalorian. Since they provide no sport, we ignore them. Just gut. All right then. Come back when you have the converter and we can see about getting these systems working again. Damn it. Jungle's taking over everything. This place is a mess. We've called off our patrols outside the camp. We usually find some entertainment in clearing out the worst of the beasts. But without our patrols, some of the larger beasts may be around. None of us will be around to bail you out of trouble. You've been warned. Our sensors picked up 3 ships landing in this area after the space battle. If any of the Onderon military come searching for those ships, we don't want them finding our base. I don't know. It was some sort of freighter. It didn't land in any of the clearings along the path. Knowing some of the larger Duxan beasts, the crew's probably already dead. The people of Onderon still live in fear of us. They were the first world we conquered in the Mandalorian Wars. Their resistance was laughable. We cut through their defenses like vibroblades through cloth. ISIS fell within hours. If they knew we were here, they would eventually gather enough courage to attack us. It is not a battle we wish to wage. Yet. Who knows? Our relay dish is down, and until Zuko repairs it, we're blind. The Onderon military has cordoned off the planet, so there shouldn't be anybody else down here. Still, our sensors occasionally pick up signals on the surface.
Signals? What signals?
It's like someone is searching the planet, and doing so under the noses of the military. Whoever they are, they've stayed clear of us. I don't know. Duxun's all jungle except for this camp. If you want to pitch in, go ahead. Zuka hasn't been able to get the damn thing up and running. You can find him in the eastern side of camp. We heard reports of a Zakek wandering the paths around here. They're a good challenge for Mandalorians. If you see one, stay out of its way. Without us to back you up, you'll be dead in seconds. It's a huge red lizard that's built like a Baragwin battle tank. It has a hide so thick it might as well be Durasteel plating. We keep clearing them out of the area, but they keep coming back. They're tough opponents for non-Mandalorians. You fight a Zakek. If you survived such a battle, you'd gain much honor. Strong words. It would be amusing to see you try to kill such a beast. Try the outlying jungle paths if you're determined to seek one out. And bring me back a trophy from your kill as proof of the deed. If you head outside the camp, remember that
you here to gloat over your victories in the battle circle. Save it for someone else. So why are you back? Yeah, I do. I don't know why Mandalore would let some outsider roam around our camp without an escort. If it were up to me, you would have been shot on sight. Mandalore must think you're something special. The greatest honor for a Mandalorian is to distinguish themselves in battle. But as age comes upon us, some are forced to find honor in other pursuits. They assist as freighter pilots, technicians, or quartermasters. There's honor there, but it's nothing compared to the heat of battle. For someone young like me, this task is distasteful. There are many battles left in me, yet I'm relegated to this. My predecessor was loading equipment from Cache D5. Mandalorian engineers must have worked a double shift on that one. The old quartermaster was carrying out a load of blast converters, walked straight into a beam splitter. Pieces of them wound up all over. So I got the job, and here I am. It's bad enough I have to stand here and pass out supplies while the others go on patrol. I'm not going to disgrace myself further by being your guide. The only advice I'll give you is, when you're in the jungle, shoot anything that moves. Then shoot the things that don't move, just to be sure.
finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you stole from me. I challenge you here, outside of the battle circle. This time, we fight to the death. I was too young to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. With our clans scattered, there was no opportunity to prove myself. Years ago, young Mandalorians would fly point in a basilisk, laying waste to anything before them, at the forefront of battle. But this has been denied me. What little honor I have earned, you stripped from me in the battle circle. This I won't allow. Deny my request? I want to fight here, in front of other Mandalorians, to prove my worth. Do not shame me further. There were no wars to fight, no great enemies to destroy. I wish this was a different age, where our armadas were a force to be feared. A Zakek? Those are the deadliest beasts in this part of the jungle. Patrols are right to be cautious about them. I'll do what I must to prove myself to the other Mandalorians, but fighting a Zakek would be a short-lived honor. What? Yes, I suppose that is possible. We would both gain recognition from that battle. Your plan is acceptable to me. Together we will destroy the Zakek. I will meet you there.
A moment. That beast there. Do you see it? The Force flows even through these simple creatures. If you empty your mind, you may be able to feel its thoughts. They aren't fully formed. Basic instincts, primal urges, every breath dominated by the needs of the moment. Beasts can be easier to affect than other sentients, but you must bridge the gap between what distinguishes us and them. You feel its thoughts, yes? Like a low rumble before the storm. Use the Force to create a barrier around it, carefully and slowly. You have the potential. With practice, you can make any animal passive and pliable. But the cage around their perceptions is a fragile thing. Many things can break its hold. Violence, especially. With the Force, anything is possible. But that is the end of the lesson for now. This shall not stop us for long. Focus. You are no match for us.
I am in need of your assistance. I'm Kumis. Zargo is not wrong in thinking me dead. We assume that any Mandalorian who does not report back within a day has been taken by the jungle. I still live. I am just in a difficult situation. A patrol was sent to look for weapon caches in this region. They found 3 sites that looked promising. Zarga told me to prove myself by taking explosives to those sites and uncovering the caches, if they exist. This was the first site. After easily dispatching some Maras, I removed my pack and began to plant my charges along this ridge. When I finished setting the charges, I looked down to see Canucks swarming all over my pack. The pests were eating everything. I killed the Canucks, but then a herd of Bomas arrived. I had no more ammo. The extra energy cells I had brought had been in my pack, so I've been up here, weaponless for 2 days. Blaster rifles don't use much energy, and their energy cells last a long time. How often have you had to change ammo? You must have cleared a path to the beast coming here. If you take care of the Boma beast, I can make it to safety. Your actions are worthy of a Mandalorian. Return here when you have slain the beast, and I will be able to return to camp. Don't touch that button. It'll blow up all my charges.
I shall make this one sick. Fallen. Soon.
I'm grateful for your help, stranger. I'm returning to the Mandalorian camp now. I won't forget this. I have only one request. Please, don't mention this incident to anyone.
The Zack Egg is just up ahead. Together we have a chance of defeating it. Then we fight. The Zack Egg is just up ahead. They're heavily armored. They aren't particularly agile, but if they connect, it can be deadly. But a skilled patrol of warriors can kill the beasts. If you couldn't find your way here through the jungle, then you'd be worthless in the fight. Besides, I didn't know for certain where the beast was. We go into the clearing and attack it. Either it dies or we do. Beasts of the jungle are fierce and powerful. Straightforward plans work the best. Then we fight. Thank you for your help. We have killed the Zack Egg. I will leave the spoils of battle to you. I am going back to camp and will tell them of our deed here.
Captain.